This is Jarrod Horak, and in this video, I'm going to analyze the Goodwood Stakes at Santa Anita Park on Saturday, September 27th. This is a win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Classic, and it goes as the 9th race, the Grade 1 $300,000 Goodwood for 3-year-olds and up, a mile and an eighth on the main track. Scheduled post time is 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time. Now we're going to meet the field. Number 1 is Gaming for trainer Bob Baffert, one of 3 runners for Baffert, and he's a 3-year-old colt with 9 career starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds, and 3 third-place finishes. So he is consistent. Within a 3-horse field last time out, he was beaten 14 lengths. His stablemate Citizen Bull won that race. That was the Shared Belief Stakes at Del Mar. He's raced once at Santa Anita, and he went wire to wire in the Affirmed Stakes that day. But he'll probably save ground behind the speed in this spot under Kyle Frey. Number 2, Ultimate Gamble. He's 8-1 morning line for trainer Mark Glatt. He's 3 for 10 overall with a 2nd place finish and 2 show finishes, and he's a 2-time winner at Santa Anita Park. He was 3rd, beaten 9 lengths when last seen in the Grade 1 Pacific Classic. He'll probably stalk the pace under Kazushi Kimura. Number 3 is Privman, the 2nd Bob Baffert trainee, and he's finished in the exacta in all 5 career starts. He's an improving 3-year-old. He's a son of Justify, and for this one, he exits a nice optional claiming win at Del Mar. That was at 1 mile, and he also broke his maiden at Del Mar in his start prior to that. He should be forwardly placed. Number 4 is First Mission. He's classy enough to win a race like this. They've been looking for him to win a Grade 1 race for some time. This is going to be a good spot for him. He has a decent shot to pick up his first Grade 1 win here. But he's had 14 starts overall with 6 wins, 3 seconds, and 2 third-place finishes. This is his first start at Santa Anita Park, and he's won a couple races at a mile and an eighth. Number 5 is Nevada Beach, the 3rd Bob Baffert trainee in here. Very lightly raced. He has a lot of upside, and he's 2 for 3 lifetime with a runner-up finish. And last time out, he won the Los Alamitos Derby by more than 4 lengths under Juan Hernandez, but Hernandez has a different mountain in here, so Mike Smith is going to get aboard, and he's 12-1 morning line. Number 6, Express Train for trainer John Sheriffs, and he's 20-1 morning line with Hector Barrios aboard. And he's a veteran. He's an 8-year-old. And he's run 16 times at Santa Anita with 4 wins, 6 seconds, and 3 third-place finishes. He likes this distance, 7 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 2 thirds. He was 3rd in the Pat O'Brien Stakes at 7 furlongs last time out, so he's going to stretch back out in distance here. He hasn't won in a while, but he's one that you probably could use underneath. He's hit the board in several stakes races. Number 7, Full Serrano at 2-1 morning line for trainer John Sadler, and this is where Juan Hernandez ends up because Hernandez rode this one last time. He was making his first start after a layoff. That was at Del Mar, and they were preparing for this event. That was an optional claiming race at 1 mile, and he wired the field, and he won by more than 7 lengths. He has class from last year in the Grade 1 Pacific Classic as my top choice last year. He was 2nd, beaten a half length after setting the pace, and in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, he pressed the pace there, and he won that race last year. So now they're going to decide which Breeders' Cup race they want to run in this year, because he won that Dirt Mile last year, as I said. But this is a win and you're in for the Classic, and we know he can go this far. He was 2nd in the Pacific Classic at this distance last year. So we'll see how he does in here, and how he does will decide whether he runs in that Dirt Mile or the Classic. And now I'm going to give out my top 4 contenders in the Goodwood Stakes, and I'm going to be using today's Racing Digest data. And all past performances in this video are provided by todaysracingdigest.com. And if you need past performances for Santa Anita Park for their autumn meet, Today's Racing Digest has a Santa Anita subscription special for $69. You can get unlimited digest downloads for Santa Anita products from September 26th through October 26th. And you can go over to todaysracingdigest.com for more details on that offer. And I will provide a link in this video in the description below for that offer if you need past performances for the upcoming Santa Anita autumn meet. And now I'm going to give out my top 4 contenders in this event. But before I do that, we're going to look at the race header. Now, the race header for today's Racing Digest, the first thing we're going to look at is the speed and pace forecasts. And for the speed and pace forecasts, that is the Digest handicappers projecting the numbers that they expect the horse to earn in today's race. And the first number that we're going to look at is the fire number. And the fire number for today's Racing Digest is speed throughout a race. And you'll see that First Mission with a 98, and then Nevada Beach and Full Serrano both have 96. The CPR is the next number. That's the comprehensive performance rating. That takes into account pace, final time, and closing fraction. And First Mission with a 133 shows the way. Full Serrano with a 132, just behind that one. And then we have Nevada Beach with a 130. The next number over is the Fast Fig. That is a combination of a performance rating and a class rating. And we see that Express Train shows the way there with a 134. First Mission with a 133, Full Serrano with a 130. Then the final rating, that's just the final time rating, just like a Beyer speed figure type number. And we see that First Mission has a 147, Full Serrano with a 146, and then Nevada Beach also has a 146. Next column over, highlighted in green, race competition levels. That's basically the class ratings for today's Racing Digest. And for that, for the most part, you're going to see First Mission, Full Serrano, and Express Train. They're the class of the field. Those three horses have run in the classiest races overall. And then in the next column over is the final time rating. That one's in light blue, and you'll see that the first column, the last rating, and you'll see Nevada Beach and Full Serrano with a 146, and the best rating overall, 159 for First Mission. And then the next one, Best at the Surface, you'll see Full Serrano and Best at the Distance with the 155. So Full Serrano and First Mission look like they're the two favorites, and they look like the horses to beat on paper. Nevada Beach is an up-and-coming sort, and then Express Train, that back class. We'll see if this 8-year-old still has some run at this level. And now we're going to give out the top 4 contenders. And the horse that I picked to finish 4th, that'll be number 3, Privman. And this is a Bob Baffert trainee. Antonio Fresu is aboard, and this jockey trainer team, they've teamed up 3 times recently with 2 wins and a show finish. Now for Privman, I like his final time rating pattern, and he is an improving 3-year-old. We'll just have to see if he can step up and face much better competition. I like that he earned a 108, then a 114, then back-to-back 132s, and then last time he got a 138 final time rating. So as you can see, he is getting faster. He has some decent pace ratings as well, and his pace ratings keep going up from a 90 to a 137, a 143, back-to-back 153s at 1 mile in his last couple starts at Del Mar. So he should be forwardly placed in here. We'll see how far he can go against this group. The horse that I picked to finish 3rd, that's Nevada Beach. And for Nevada Beach, he's one that certainly could make an impact in here if he's ready to take on this kind of company in just his 4th lifetime start. Now for Nevada Beach, in his career debut, he got a 132 final time rating. Then he got a 128 when Gaming beat him in his 2nd career start. But at that time, Gaming was much more experienced. Nevada Beach just making his 2nd career start there. And then he jumped up to a 146 final time rating at a 1 1/8 at this 1 1/8 distance at Los Al, in that Los Al Derby when he won that race, tracking the pace there by more than 4 lengths. And he had a 159 pace rating as well. So Nevada Beach has good tactical speed. Mike Smith is going to ride. I think he's going to be out there tracking in the clear. It's just a question of, is he ready to step up against older company in this Grade 1 event? We're going to find out. First Mission is my second choice in here for trainer Brad Cox. And for him, Brad Cox is 6 for his last 15. So he's been winning races lately, 40% wins for this barn. This horse, all dirt routes, he's 6 for 13. So he definitely is a quality dirt route competitor. He's running nothing but graded races. It's surprising that he's not a Grade 1 winner. He was one that way back when he was a 3-year-old, when he's 5 now, that I had him as my top choice in the Preakness Stakes. He was lightly raced then, coming off a nice effort in the Lexington Stakes, but he ended up scratching. He had a problem. He scratched Preakness week, wasn't able to run in that event. And he's run in some Grade 1 races, and his best effort was a couple starts back in the Grade 1 Foster with Mindframe and Sierra Leone running 1-2 there. He ended up finishing 3rd that day, setting the pace. And then in a Grade 3 last time at Monmouth, he was the heavy favorite. He ended up finishing 2nd. He looked like a slam dunk on paper, but he just wasn't able to get the job done. So that's kind of been his MO. He's one that's fairly consistent. He shows up and he'll run decent races, but when you think he's ready to really put it together and take it to the next level, he doesn't quite get there. And it was a little bit disappointing last time, like I said. But he did get a 144 final time rating. And as I mentioned in the speed and pace forecast, as you can see, he has plenty of class. He's got tactical speed. His best day, he could definitely win a race like this. If he's ever going to win a Grade 1 race, a Grade 1 like this could be one that he could take down. And I'm going to go with Full Serrano as my top choice. He drew the outside post in here, And I like that he has that good early pressing speed. He showed that tactical ability winning the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile last year. He set the pace in the Grade 1 Pacific Classic as my top choice at 7-1, and he was a close second that day. So he's one that has a lot of ability. He showed ability in Argentina. Then since he's come to this country, he's run nothing but good races. And then he got a 143 final time rating in the Pacific Classic, and then a 155 in that Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile last year. And then he returned from a long layoff from November of last year to September 1st of this year. In that 1 mile race last time, he was able to just take over and win by more than 7 lengths, getting a 146 final time rating. That puts him right there. He already has the class. He's a Grade 1 winner. And full Serrano from that outside post with Juan Hernandez aboard. He's 9 for 31 with trainer John Sadler recently. And I think that this one should be right up on the pace, out in the clear. He's either going to be setting the pace or he'll be tracking out in the clear. And maybe he'll be able to get the jump and a better trip than First Mission, and he'll be able to defeat that one. So full Serrano is going to be my top choice in the Grade 1 Goodwood Stakes at Santa Anita Park on Saturday, September 27th. And my full cards are back in action. So if you're interested in my full cards, I'm covering full card analysis each day that Santa Anita runs from September 26th through October 26th. There's 16-day autumn meet. And you can get my full cards at therunawayhorse.com on my shop page. And I will include a link to that shop page in the video description below. And I'm also going to be doing my full cards at todaysracingdigest.com. So if you're a digest member, you want to purchase my full cards there, you can get those full cards on my handicappers page at todaysracingdigest.com as well. And then after Santa Anita Park's autumn meet, I'm going to be doing the Del Mar fall meet from October 30th straight through November 30th, including both Breeders' Cup days on October 31st and November 1st. I'm also going to be doing Saturday full cards at Keeneland starting in October. So again, you can get my full cards at therunawayhorse.com on my shop page or at todaysracingdigest.com on my handicapper page. But don't forget to like, comment, and share these videos if you like them. Subscribe to my channel as well. It's free to subscribe. I got multiple handicapping videos on my channel already this week. I did a couple races from Churchill Downs, the Grade 2 Lucas Classic, and the ACAC Stakes. I did both of those races earlier this week. You can check those out. I also have my Santa Anita Park Horse of the Day videos where I do those video shorts, and I give out my Horse of the Day at Santa Anita each day, and I already have for September 26th and September 27th, I have those videos on my channel as well. So I got this Goodwood Stakes as well. I'm going to be doing another video tomorrow, most likely stakes races at Aqueduct. I'll go through multiple stakes races at Aqueduct and give out my contenders there. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.